¿Ya comiste?
¿Ya comiste?
¿Ya comiste?
¿Ya comiste?
¿Ya comiste?
Hey, did you eat yet? I'm Victor, and it's currently Hispanic Heritage Month. Hispanic Heritage Month is an annual celebration in the US that honors the rich history, vibrant culture, and significant contributions of Hispanic and Latino Americans. It runs from September 15th to October 15th, with those dates marking the anniversaries of independence for several Latin American countries. This month provides a wonderful opportunity to recognize the diverse cultures, traditions, and histories of Hispanic and Latino communities. It's a time to reflect on their impact across various fields, including arts, science, politics, and of course, food. In this episode, I want to highlight some of the incredible Hispanic restaurants and small businesses right here in the Bay Area, as well as the amazing people behind them. Let's go eat. One of my favorite places to eat in Oakland is Paka, a Salvadorian restaurant that started as a pop-up a few years ago.
I'm Anthony Salguero. I'm the chef and owner of Paka in Oakland. Paka means to emit smoke in Nahuatl language, which is like the indigenous language of El Salvador. For us, it is how we cook. So we use wood fire for a lot of our food, and we just really honor the smoke.
In his own words, Paka is Salvadorian inspired and California grown, and is really just a reflection of who he is as a Salvadorian kid who grew up in the Bay Area. Chef Anthony has worked with many renowned chefs in the past, and Paka is his first solo project.
I'm a first generation. My dad's Salvadorian. I was born here. I grew up here. Salvadorian culture in the Bay Area, I feel like it's strong. Salvadorians, I lived in the Mission as a kid and in San Jose, and there was always a lot of Salvadorians around. With Paka, trying to have fun, trying to make really good food, trying to bring more awareness or just more representation to Salvadorian food.
And the food is delicious. Paka's menu isn't huge, with some great options for starters, a couple of different pupusas, and a few different main courses. They also offer an option for a tasting menu, so you can try a little bit of everything, which is of course what we did. Our favorite appetizer we get is the ceviche with fresh tuna, tomatoes, cucumber, radishes, all served on a crispy fried tortilla. The texture of the fried tortilla was insane, super light, and I can't wait to go back to try this one again. The pupusas were amazing, cooked over a wood flame with some tasty fillings. Definitely some of the best pupusas you can find anywhere in the Bay. The texture was perfect, and you can tell with the quality of the masa used. For our main course, we got the pollo en chicha, chicken glazed in a fermented pineapple sauce, served with delicious fresh tortillas. We also got a side of the rice and beans, and we finished this meal with a delicious Salvadorian quesadilla for dessert.
I love what we're doing. Super excited to be in Oakland. I love Oakland so much.
If you're looking for a great dinner in the town, make sure you check out Paka. Monda is a new Colombian fusion spot in Alameda, making some of the best arepas and empanadas you can find in the Bay Area. I spend a lot of time eating in Alameda, and I randomly tried Monda when they first opened. Recently, I had the chance to meet the owners and learn more about their story.
My name is Jacob Lofsner, originally from Bogota, Colombia. I've been an immigrant here for the last 25 years.
I'm Constanza. I've been here for about 16 years, and I'm from Bogota, Colombia.
We just opened Macondo Colombian Fusion, which basically brings a little bit of our traditional foods to the beautiful city of Alameda.
I miss my food, but I really love the food from different countries, so that was the main reason that I didn't want to just do Colombian food.
It's really an homage to the melting pot that we're located in. There's Asian food, there's Mexican food, now there's Colombian food. She's the chef, she's the alchemist, and she comes up with the most delicious flavors ever.
With a menu focused on a variety of empanadas and arepas, some traditional and others inspired by the local diverse cuisine, everything we tried was delicious. We sampled the entire empanada menu, and my favorites were the chicken and lechon empanadas, both incredibly tasty and complemented by flavorful sauces.
Macondo was the brainchild from Gabriel Garcia Marquez, who is a Nobel Prize winning author who wrote El amor en los tiempos del cólera, Cien años de soledad. Macondo was the mythical city in Cien años de soledad, which was based in Aracataca, Colombia, which is where he was born. We wanted to pay homage to that Colombian culture, who we are, what he did. Our goal is to basically bring delicious Colombian food. We want to inspire the masses. We want to make sure that everybody gets a taste of what our culture looks like. We have the best arepas, the most tastiest empanadas that you can try, as well as buñuelos con cafecito colombiano. If you're a coffee lover, you will not be disappointed.
Monda is a gem in Alameda and a fantastic addition to the local food scene. It's the only place in town serving Colombian specialties, created by a couple who are truly passionate about sharing their heritage with the community.
I used to do catering, so it was pretty, we'll say, business. So you go, deliver the food, and just people try or not try, you will know really what happened after. But now it's like talking to the people, sharing what you want, talking to the customers. For me, that's one of the most important things.
Colombia, unfortunately, has had a very violent and volatile past. We come from an extremely biodiverse country. We have phenomenal food. The people in our country are some of the loveliest human beings on earth. We're very proud of what we do and how far we've come.
Clandestina Cocina makes my favorite Cuban sandwich in the Bay Area. But there's so much more to this restaurant than the Cuban sandwich.
I'm Lilian Duran. I'm the chef and owner of Clandestina Cocina, now a Cuban restaurant in San Leandro. Clandestina Cocina is the result of me missing the flavors and the culture of Cuba. I couldn't find that anywhere else. At other restaurants in the Bay, I feel like other places in the Bay were a little bit more their take in Cuban, Californian, but I was missing those simple rice and beans. That's what I was really looking for, and that's what Clandestina is.
We start with the croquettes, filled with delicious chicken. Next, we have the beefsteak sandwich, featuring marinated skirt steak served on that toasted roll. It's just a hella good sandwich. We also tried the pollo aljibe, a juicy roasted chicken marinated in garlic and citrus rojo sauce, served with rice, beans, and plantains. This rice bowl is incredibly flavorful and something I'd definitely come back for as a quick lunch. I had the chance to try the ajiaco, a Cuban soup with yuca, malanga, chicken, ham hock, and sofrito. This was my first experience with ajiaco, and it instantly became one of my favorite soups. So comforting and delicious. I forgot to record it, but she also makes an amazing guava ice cream that I got to sample. After visiting Clandestina Cocina a few times now, I really enjoy the entire menu.
Officially, I started in 2022. I was working at an optometry office in Oakland that it happens to be owned by a chef. She had tried my food and she supported me during COVID, and she introduced me to La Cocina, that is an incubator in San Francisco that helps women, immigrants to start food businesses. And that was a validation that my food was actually good and was very encouraging. And from there, then I reached out to West Oakland Farmers Market. And, you know, weekend after weekend, I started figuring out like more the food industry, and I never stopped. A few months later, it became my full-time job, and here I am today.
While the East Coast and South have much larger Cuban populations, the Cuban community in the Bay Area is relatively small in comparison. Lillian's goal is to keep it authentic and to share what she can about her experiences growing up in Cuba to the Bay Area, where her Cuban culture is underrepresented.
I feel like California or like the West Coast, there are not so many of us, so it's kind of like different than in the East Coast, like Miami or New York, that there are Cubans everywhere. There are a lot of folks that grew up, even if they're not from Cuba, they grew up eating that, so they're familiar. And I feel like in the West Coast, it's a little bit different because the community of Cubans is so small that I feel like people don't have the same amount of information about us. So I feel like that's like the biggest part of Clandestina, why I do it and what my mission is to like really share like our culture, our traditions, and as well like the reality of like the island, what is happening there.
Head over to San Leandro to try some of her amazing Cuban dishes. You'll also be able to find Clandestina Cocina inside Chase Center during this upcoming Warrior season too, and I'm excited for more people to discover her delicious food and cuisine.
We are a country that has been under a communist regime for over 66 years now. I still have family and friends there. Life is extremely hard. Bare minimum necessities, they don't have access to it. And those are things that people is not really aware of it. As a Cuban exile, now that's the only way that I have to like help is just by making awareness. I think with Clandestina, I have the opportunity of once I serve somebody and they like that food that maybe it's the first time that they're trying it, I have the opportunity not just to like share those flavors, but sometimes to like have a conversation, and they're curious to know a little bit more about where I come from, what it was my life there, because I was born and raised there. I came when I was 24. The biggest mission that we have with Clandestina is to share.
Yoyo Treats is a Mexican antojito spot based out of the East Bay, serving up some of my favorite Mexican street snacks you can find.
I am Diana Ramirez and I am the owner of Yoyos. So Yoyos, it's Mexican snacks and drinks, a space to enjoy antojitos. I would like to share the food that we really eat on the streets in Mexico. It's from all around Mexico because our menu has a different food that is from Yucatan, like the marquesitas. Empapelados are very popular in my city, in Aguascalientes. The biónico, fresada are from Guadalajara, but the duro y chicharrón preparado, you can find it all around Mexico. The drinks, aguas frescas, you're gonna find it in every single taqueria. But over here we make it like homemade aguas frescas, so everything is fresh ingredients. And I really want to share with my community what we are missing.
With a big menu of different types of Mexican snacks from all different regions of Mexico, I was able to try some of her favorites. Her drinks are hella good, and I always order the strawberry horchata. I love the chasca for a snack, a simple cup of corn with mayo, butter, cotija cheese, and lime, served with some of her salsa macha. I tried an empapelado for the first time, a corn snack packed with various toppings in a foil package.
And empapelados is also one of my favorite dishes. When I was in Mexico, I was like going with my mother every single Sunday. Let's go for an empapelado, and I love it so much. And I said to my husband, really, I would like to bring that one here. Even though it's gonna be hard for people to understand what's an empapelado, but it's like, okay, let's bring something different to the Bay Area, you know?
And the most popular item on our menu, the marquesita, a rolled crepe packed with tasty fillings.
And if we have people from Yucatan, they're gonna get the marquesita just with cheese.
I got one filled with strawberry and Nutella, and it's obvious why this is such a popular snack. Diana is passionate about keeping all of her menu authentic without losing her Mexican identity.
We should keep making our products as how they are, you know? It's like, I'm not gonna change nothing in here. Like if you see salsa macha, it's gonna be spicy because we like spicy things. I would like to respect what we are doing in Mexico and respect our menu, and if you like it, more than welcome, you know?
Yoyo's is opening up a much larger location in Hayward soon, and Diana has been working really hard to grow this business.
We had been here for 3 years, and now we are moving to the big one, and we are so excited about that. I learned that after opening Yoyo's, the past experience that I have helped me to grow and get to where we are right now, because I was complaining about, I'm cleaning this table, you know, as a busser when I came to the US. And then it was, you know, in the kitchen, mopping the floor and washing dishes every single day. Like, why am I doing this? I then came to the US to do this. And then I look now and like I'm washing dishes every day, mopping the floor, cutting fruit, cooking. But right now it's different, you know? It's your own space, you are your own boss, and the satisfaction after that is bigger than just working for somebody else and washing dishes, you know? It's different, and it's made me so happy. And also meeting all new people, it's bring me so much joy, because when I came here, I didn't know what to do with my life, and when I started the business, it's like, okay, now it has like a way to see where we are going, and I'm very happy with this.
Tutuli is a local bakery operation by Sofia, specializing in making cayotas.
My name is Sofia. I just turned 2 years with Tutuli. It started because I wanted to raise money for my nonprofit. So I decided to start it, raising my money by baking. I love baking, cooking. I think I'm good in the kitchen. So I started doing that for friends, family, and it just started skyrocketing on orders.
Cayotas are a filled pastry from Mexico, specifically from Sonora, and Tutuli is one of the only people in the entire Bay Area making these from scratch.
My best way to describe it, I like to say that it's like if a cookie and an empanada have a kid, and they are filled with different flavors. The crust is not too flaky, but not too like bready, and it's not sweet. I try to balance it with the center that is sweet. It's like a jam that I make, and so that you're not having a very overly sweet cookie. My style is specifically from Ciudad Obregón, Sonora. It's a city in the north, but they have developed different kind of coyotas. Like if you go to Sonora, they still have coyotas, but they're more like breading, like eating a little semita. Then if you go to other populations of Sinaloa, it's literally like a flour tortilla.
This was my first time ever trying her cayotas, and it was such a tasty little treat. The crust was really good, with a great texture, and it's complemented super well with the guava filling she made. Aside from cayotas, she's starting to introduce other menu items too.
So cornbread is my current new product. It's a little homage to my land. I am from Guadalajara, Jalisco. This is Jalisco style, of course. It's different than the one you can find here in the United States. It's sweet, but it's not like overpowering sweet. It has a few chunks of corn. Right now is my favorite product.
If you've never tried cayotes before, check out Tutuli, which you can find all around the Bay Area.
I am in many locations around the Bay. The easiest way is you can find me through Instagram or through my website. You can find me at Proyecto Díaz, Yoyo Treats, Bruja Cafe, Snappy's Cafe in Hayward, Café de la Olla in Union City, Swan's Market, there's Guerreras, Mia Tacos y Mezcal. Complete list is in my Instagram. Enjoy what people can offer to promote the cultures. One thing that for me is really important is to keep the process and the ingredients as they were originally. So I focus on keeping the traditional recipe as well as clean ingredients.
I'm obsessed with tacos, and you may have seen some of my Oakland taco tour videos in the past. Growing up in the Bay Area, especially in Oakland, means being immersed in the vibrant melting pot of cultures and cuisines. In East Oakland, you can drive down East 14 and discover some of the best Asian and Hispanic food, all within just a few miles of each other. Tacos are a quintessential part of growing up here, and we're fortunate to have access to so many different regional specialties, especially more recently. Here's some of my favorites. Michoacan style carnitas from Carnitas Zamora, which I've highlighted many times. Sonoran style flour tortillas and tacos from Tacos Mamacuca, currently based in Hayward. Tijuana style tacos with asada cooked al carbon, served on freshly pressed corn tortillas from spots like La Parrilla Loca and Tacos Morenita, along with many new spots popping up in the East Bay. Cochinita Pibil from Los Cornelitos, featuring a menu full of Mexico City specialties. Delicious al pastor from Tacos al Pastor Puebla, one of the few places that truly specializes in al pastor. El Taco Style, which focuses on Jalisco style tacos al vapor with cowhead meats like cabeza, lengua, and cachete. There's so many other favorite taco spots all around the Bay, so be sure to check out my other taco tour videos to find more. The Hispanic community is vital to the Bay Area, having made significant cultural, economic, and culinary contributions. I want to thank Paka, Macondo, Clandestina Cocina, Yoyo Treats, Tutuli, and everyone else I featured in this episode. As an Asian American, it's been amazing to learn more about the diverse Hispanic and Latino cultures during Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm incredibly grateful to everyone I've met through these videos for being so open to sharing their cultures with me, to the Bay, and to the world. There are so many more wonderful Hispanic businesses around the Bay Area that I couldn't highlight, and I'm sure there's so many I haven't even explored yet. Please comment below with some of your favorite Hispanic and Latino-owned restaurants and businesses in the Bay Area, and I'll make sure to check them out. Thank you for watching this episode celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month in the Bay, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.